In this particular lecture, we are talking about some miscellaneous topics in case of Obelia. So students, as we have discussed in the previous lectures that Obelia, it is showing polymorphism because it is trimorphic in nature. So you have studied the three zooids or the structures of three zooids. And now we are taking up some of the topics which have not been discussed earlier. So the very first topic here that I am taking is the statocysts. So students, statocyst basically is an organ which is present in the medusa, and this is for maintaining the equilibrium in the body of this particular structure. So students, if we take a medusa into account, suppose we have this medusa. Now this medusa has got a radial kind of symmetry. Now if I draw some radii, so how they are named and what are the types of the radii. So from here we will be taking up the position of the statocyst. Now here we have got a number of statocysts, so the number will be depicted later on. So first of all, I am drawing the radii of the medusae. So suppose I am making this particular line, so this is called as the interradii. So these are the radii basically, and this line will be the interradius. So these are the two lines which are in between the radii. Now if I make another line which is in between the radius and the interradius, this is called as the adradius. So this line will be the adradii. So these are the adradii of the medusa. So you have to make these lines very carefully. So these are all the adradii. So can you count the number of the adradii? These are 8 in number. So we have got 8 adradii. So these adradii, they are also having the tentacles. So where are the tentacles present now? We have to make tentacles in the medusa. So first of all, we are making the radii tentacles. So these are the two tentacles. This is the third one, fourth one on the radii. So these are the four tentacles on the radii. Then these are the four tentacles on the interradii. So these are the four of the interradii. So now I am making the tentacles of the adradii. So this is the first one, this is the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, sixth, seventh and eighth. Now these 8 tentacles which are present on the adradii, they are having statocyst on their bases. So this is the position of the statocyst. So now I am making a statocyst in a green color. So this will be a statocyst. This is again a statocyst. This is a statocyst. So these are all green colored are these statocysts, and they are present on the adradii tentacles. So students, as a whole, we can give the number of the statocysts. These are 8 in number. Now if we have to give the position, they are present on the base of the adradii tentacles. So they are also 8 in number. So statocysts are also 8 in number. So what is the function of the statocysts? They help in the equilibrium of this medusa when it is swimming in water. So that was the case of statocysts. You can take one diagram of the statocyst from the book. You can also take up the diagram. So I am just giving you the position of the statocyst and the function of the statocyst over here. So if you get a small question on statocyst, you can explain the position, you can explain the adradii, and you can explain the function of these organs. The next thing which I am taking up is the nervous coordination. So this is a subject of the nervous system. So in the case of cycon, we have a kind of a nervous system which is, you can say, it is a diffused kind of nervous system. So here the small cells, the nerve cells, they are aggregating to form a special kind of net which is called as the nerve net. So this nerve net is present in the mesoglia of Obelia. So this nerve net is responsible for the coordination in the movements of this particular animal. So if this animal is eating something through the polyps, this is again with the coordination of the nerve net. If the food is taken in, it is again due to this nerve net. If the tentacles, they are stinging a particular prey together in a group manner, so this is a coordination movement, and this is with the nerve net. If we talk about the nervous coordination in case of medusa, this is again very important part. Now the medusa, as it is swimming inside the water, it requires a huge coordination. In case of medusa, the nerve cells, they are specially concentrated along the margin of the bell of the medusa. So if we take medusa into account, suppose this is the umbrellar surface of the medusa. So here on the circular rim, these are 2 in number. So the nerve cells, they are specially concentrated along this margin of the bell to form 2 circular nerve rings. So here we have got the circular canal, and around this canal we have got the circular nerve rings. So these are 2 in number. So these are present on this particular rim, and these 2 circular nerve rings, they are helping to coordinate the movement in the tentacles for swimming, and they are also coordinating the equilibrium function of the statocysts. As we know that the statocysts, they are present on the adradii. So here we have got the adradii statocysts, which we have discussed earlier. So these are total 8 in number. So these are the statocysts. So these are functioning for equilibrium, and these 2 circular nerve rings, they are coordinating their function. So overall, the nervous coordination inside the medusa and the Obelia colony, this is because of the nerve net which is formed of the nerve cells. So there is a particular speed of the impulse traveling in this nerve net. It is a bit slower than the nerves, but scientists, they have found that these nerve nets are the basic forms of the nervous system which are present in case of Obelia. So students, these were some of the you can say miscellaneous topics in the case of Obelia. So next we will be discussing the reproduction in case of Obelia, which is the very last part.